Yeah, well, we don't want him really. He's got a face for radio. So, I'll do it. Welcome to Avatar TV. Well, I thought I'd signpost some issues. Yeah, can't beat a pun, can you? The first one, in terms of aims, is to highlight how this course, this Hacking for the Ministry of Defence course, has been developed as part of the postgraduate programmes within the business school. And I want to outline some of the key elements of the approach which we're taking towards learning design. So this course was designed really from first principles to fit into a business school. Other partnerships with Hacking for the MOD tend to be in political science or war studies, and we were one of the first business schools to actually pick up on this project. And it was designed specifically for both the MBA and the MSc in FinTech. Both courses were designed to have a practice component. So the course was designed as a 20-credit M-level course. It also fits in to the accreditation requirements of the business school as part of its triple accreditation. The course is student-centred and the inquiry is led by the students. The academic team and the mentors provide guidance to them, but the students, do the investigative work themselves. They take, in essence, what is a grounded approach to dealing with a problem space. They don't rush to a solution. They try and build it up using an evidence base in order to, develop the proposals to the management team in the Ministry of Defence. The role of the mentors and the project advisors also serves a double function because it can give the students the ability to start to develop communities of practice as part and parcel of the work. So those are the key principles that were used to underpin the design of the course. And what I'd like to do now is to go on to talk a little bit more about learning design itself. Well, business schools have been criticised for a long time, usually by people from within the business school community for being overly theoretical. And there's an ongoing debate as to whether business schools should be a professional school or should be if you like, a social science school. And that issue does keep rumbling on. When we took advice from current students and alumni, they basically argued that what we should be trying to do is to increase the practice-based learning opportunities that they could be offered. And this was especially the case on the MBA and the MSc in FinTech. And so when the university launched its new learning and teaching strategy, largely in response to COVID-19, but also taking into account developments in the field, we thought that it was best to try and contextualise this course as an innovative practice-based elective. And it was, to be delivered in a partnership approach and using a blended approach to student learning. The partners that we're engaged with include the Common Mission Project as well as the Ministry of Defence, and there are a number of industry mentors and alumni mentors. And basically, the goal of the course was to create this, if you like, learning environment that gave students a real-world example to work on and allow them to bridge the gap between theory and practice. Of course, one of the issues that we faced was the fact that this was a programme for the Ministry of Defence, and at one level, you could imagine some people objecting to the university doing work in that field. But really, what we're dealing with are common business problems, stuff that would, affect private sector organisations in Canary Wharf, for example. It relates to the typical organisational processes that become problematic. Some of which is communication, some of which is, the failure of IT systems. And of course, the post office example serves as an illustration of how problematic that can be. And it's also, dealing with issues about teamwork and communication. So, it isn't about frontline military activities. It's, if you like, about the back office work that's done by the Ministry of Defence as part and parcel of government policy. As we said before, it's a blended approach, and it's a course that's designed to be delivered completely online, largely because it gives the students access to people in London and other parts of the UK where, they wouldn't be able to access them in a normal programme. So, that was part of the vision. That allowed us to conceptualise it. We contextualised this whole process within Canoli's principles of learning design. We looked at creating activities that would meet the vision. We wanted to provide students with opportunities to communicate both with each other and with practitioners. Collaboration was also important. And we also wanted to give them opportunities to consider and analyse some of the issues that came together. And really that took us into, the synthesis process where students would combine all of the learning that they've achieved in the course and deliver it to senior management within, whichever branch of the MOD the project came from. And then, of course, from our perspective, we were looking at a reflection and evaluation process, and we've involved the students in that. And we also brought in student alumni who have also been part and parcel of that reflective process. So the course has been, constantly refined through feedback from both the partners, particularly Common Mission Project, but along with formal feedback and evaluations from students and course alumni. And what we've been able to build is a learning experience where students are able to, consider complex real-world problems on behalf of senior leadership within, part of the UK's government. They can collaborate with other students, interact with mentors and practitioners to explore, the challenges and demands of those problems. And they can also create solutions to those problems. And then finally, they communicate their findings back to senior leaders in the organisation. In terms of evaluating the course, we went beyond the annual assessment process that the university requires. And we basically, brought in additional evaluation in order to, be systematic in terms of refining course delivery and design. And as a consequence, the course team have been able to embed peer learning in the course, which has both enhanced student learning, but has also provided alumni with staff development opportunities around mentoring and also brings them back into the University of Glasgow and maintains that relationship with them. So the course has delivered positive learning outcomes over the 3 years that it's been running, and this is evidenced by student and alumni feedback. Students have said they've had enhanced confidence in their communication, investigative and problem-solving skills, and we've seen increased student satisfaction in the sessions. The course also prepares students for their upcoming dissertation process, and in particular, in terms of how they undertake research. And several students have developed their own startups after having done Hacking for MOD. And as a result of the positive experience with the course, about a third of the alumni from this programme volunteered to return as mentors, which is well beyond the industry standard for volunteering. So, we're confident that in terms of, what the course design has tried to achieve, it's been successful. Yeah, sorry that was quick, but we only had 10 minutes. So, in terms of conclusions, the course has been successful, largely through the use of alumni mentors and the provision of a high-quality student consulting opportunity. It's also given students access to senior leaders in government. The processes around learning design have really led to a popular course within the business school's taught postgraduate programs, and it offers additional value that goes over the conventional taught curriculum. Students get real-world experience of providing clients with solutions to the problems that they face. They gain experience of interviewing senior leaders, and this meets the relevance and rigour aspects of the approach that we took to learning design. And finally, the course design allows for this unique learning experience and does so within the existing course structure. It also addresses many of the criticisms that have been made of business education, largely around relevance and rigour. Well, that's it from me. Just be thankful that the big fella didn't deliver this, which he was going to do. And as I said, he's got a face for radio, so you've been spared that one. Well, hopefully you've got some insights into how we've structured this course and how we deliver some of the learning. So thanks very much, and bye for now.